What up, what up, what up, people? Good night. This is Missing Conversation where the conversation is missing. I am True Poet. What up, people? What up? Hey, I want to send a big shout out to people that checked out my video on TikTok. One of my videos is over 1,000 views, over 300 likes, gaining some followers. I mean, this social media thing is it's kind of tricky, man. So it's building up little by little. YouTube is building up a little slower, but about a week ago I had 20 something followers. Now I'm on subscribers now. I'm almost at 40. So it's building. Just gotta keep on promoting my brand and continue to put the work in with putting out as much content as possible. Just continue to push until one of these videos go viral. It's only going to be a matter of time. So I want to really dive into this. Uh Seeing a lot of well, I'm reading a lot and I'm also seeing different things that really puzzles me. And it's like, why can't we just be great? Why does everything have to result into competition? I understand competing at something, right? But outside of that, after you finish competing, you want to win, right? The truth of the matter is you're not going to win all the time. And I was watching Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. I watch their show from time to time, and it really strikes me that you know this whole comparison to from LeBron to Jordan, and it just makes me wonder, like why can't these guys just be great? Why does it have to be, well, this one is better than this one, and it's two different generations? Like it or not, LeBron is a great player. It's hard to win at any level, and he has won at the highest level. And the same goes for Jordan. What brought this up though was a comment that I saw on on YouTube. I guess this guy put up a post referring to Kobe, and I'm reading the comments, and some of the comments was kind of going at Kobe, and was saying some ridiculous things. I mean, everyone is titled to their opinion, but it's like Kobe was great in his own right, you know, and he's one of the greatest of all time, right? But what I realized too, reading that comment, reading comments of people going back and forth, there's a lot of bias and there's a lot of favoritism. You like you like who you like, and you like what you like, right? But it shouldn't take from someone else's greatness. You know what I mean? Like, I know that I'm a great writer and I'm a great poet, right? The only competition is myself, right? I'm not looking at anyone else's competition. So they can be great in their own right. I know that I'm great in what I do, right? So I understand, at my point of view in this, is that I have to work on my craft. I have to the competition basically is myself, right? So why do we as a community and as a society put so much emphasis on who's better than who? Why can't we just be great? If one person is great and then you have another person that's great and that person won sometimes and the other person won sometimes, that means they're both great. LeBron won 4 championships, Jordan won 6. Kobe won 5 championships, Shaq won 4 championships, and I could go on and on and on. It shouldn't always be a competition with everything, right? I understand being in the moment, and when you're playing sports, you want to win. I played sports, so of course I want to win. But outside of that, right? Why do we put so much of an emphasis on who's greater than who? These guys are all great. And then on top of that, I had a conversation with a friend of mine last night. We was talking about battle rap, and I realized during the competition during the conversation that I pretty much got caught up in who's who with this situation. But then I had to realize today, once I saw that conversation, and I'm like, we all could be great. Everybody has their time. So I just find it odd that so many so many people put emphasis on who's greater than who or who's the greatest. You know, so there are different generations of greatness. Each generation have had their great players or had great different people that were great in different areas, right? So how I'm looking at it now is that we all are great at something, right? So if I'm great in writing, poetry, art, whatever, if I'm great in that, why can't other people be great as well? Why do I have to be in competition with somebody else? I understand in the moment when you're competing, you want to win. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying after the careers is done, after they leave basketball, why are we putting so much emphasis on who's greater than who? Why can't they all be great? Kobe is great. Michael Jordan is great. LeBron is great. Bill Russell is great. All these guys are great. Same thing with football. Tom Brady is great. Drew Brees is great. Aaron Rodgers, Joe Montana, Lawrence Taylor. All these guys are great. Jerry Rice in their own right. So why do we put so much of an emphasis, and media does this to where they're trying to paint a narrative, and I don't understand why they continue to do that. And then it's guys, right, that really never really competed at anything as well, and speak on things and put one guy ahead of another guy. And I'm saying to myself, like, come on, man. All these guys are great. So I can't take nothing away from LeBron or Kobe, or no matter if I have a player that I like more than another player, you still you can't take anything away from their skills and what they accomplish. Just like Steph Curry, man, you can't take anything away from Steph Curry. And I think, sir, some of these guys have ulterior motives and they like who they like. So they try to spin a narrative, which is really ludicrous to me as well. And somebody got to call these guys out. I hope to God, well, God already manifests that I'm gonna be big soon. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna just follow and follow God's path and let him guide me. and it's gonna happen. But I hope to meet some of these guys and really ask them, like away from the cameras, like, why do you guys put so much emphasis on who's greater than who? Why can't these guys just be great? No one is gonna win in everything. You're not gonna win every year. You know how hard it is to do? Like somebody like Bill Russell and Tom Brady, and maybe a couple of other guys that have won a plethora of championships. That is rare. That's an anomaly. That's something that doesn't happen all the time. And even then, they don't win every year. They just win more than other people. Even Michael Jordan to go 6-0 in the finals, that's not really common. It's not that many guys that have went to the finals and um not lost once. But that still doesn't say he didn't win every year. He has 6 titles. I don't remember the exact number of years that he played, but come on, man, media, you got to stop this nonsense, man. We can all be great. If we're doing something, we can be great at it as well. It shouldn't be that this person is greater than me or I'm greater than him. I'm not really see for me, I'm different all around because my thought process is different. I don't look at it like how everyone else looks at things. I firmly try my best to be objective and to really think outside of the box when it comes to certain things. When it comes to pretty much everything, I make a conservative effort to try to be as open as possible. I do extensive research on different things. I'm an avid reader. I read a lot. I write a lot, obviously. But learning is truly a process. It's an everyday process that we can all learn every day. Every day, if we want to learn, we can learn every day. It's just that it's people's choice whether they want to learn or not. A lot of times we get stuck on the masses and what everyone else is doing instead of realizing that we should focus on what we're doing. Not saying that we shouldn't care, but the whole thing about this is the media spins this narrative, man. You got guys like Skip Bayless, you got guys like Shannon Sharp, you got guys like Stephen A. Smith, which I try to watch them a little bit, you know, just to see what's going on in the sports world and see different things. I'm not really a big TV guy. I don't really like watching TV because I don't really like what I see on TV. And I like more of documentaries. I like movies as well, if it's a movie with substance. But even with that, why does everything have to be a competition? Now, if you're competing for something, if you're competing for a role, if you're competing in sports, if you're competing for a job, we understand at the moment um what you're trying to do to get where you need to get and where you want to accomplish as well. What you want to accomplish as well, right? We understand that. But I'm talking about like outside of that when you're not competing and they're talking about this guy's resume to this guy's resume. And I'm like, listen, man, both of their resumes is extensive. Kobe has an extensive resume. His resume is really a great resume. 5 titles, only lost 2 losses in the final. MVP. I think he played about 19, 20 years for the Lakers. Like 18 or 19 time All-Star. I don't know the exact number, but He won an MVP, two times Finals MVP, and it's like, why we gotta be like this one is better than this one? Come on, man. They all could be great. We all can be great. I think we gotta eliminate the egos and just have understanding that people can be great. If even if you don't like them or whatever it is, you got your favorites. Stop being biased, man. This bias thing is like all over the place. It's like when a person has their favorite, they just stick to them. I'm not going anywhere without my favorite, and it shouldn't even be like that. But that's how society is. I'm just calling it out, and I think more people should call it out because they put a narrative, and you could kind of see it with some of these players. They say they don't pay attention to it, but I know they do. Like even with me, sometimes certain things used to bother me, but now I try to make a conservative effort to realize that, people are going to have their own perception of you no matter what you do, no matter what type of person you are. You could do one thing and it changes a person's whole perspective on you. And you may could have been going through some, and it may just have been a bad day for you. You may have gotten out of character. And I think a lot of people don't understand that, we're human beings at the same time. So it's like, why you always putting someone against someone else, and saying that this person is better than that person? Why can't both parties be great? And that's what I said in the comment section. I'm telling this guy, I'm like, Kobe's not even here no more. He's resting in peace. Let the man rest in peace. Why do you have to keep saying that he's not better than this guy? He was a great player. He's one of the greatest players ever. I think there shouldn't even be a number. Like if you're great, you're great. Just like a great singer, a great rap artist, you're great. You're great. Why does it have to be a number and say this one is the greatest? This one is better. Yeah, we all have our favorites. Like me, I like listening to thought provoking stuff that I can relate to because I am a deep writer. I write about different things. I have thousands of poems. I write every day, and I write about so many different things. I have a poem that I'm writing about a pen. I write about so many different things. There's so much topics that we can touch on, we can write on. And that's another thing. I'm not really I don't really like um the direction where music is going. I think we speak on too much violence and too much negativity. Like for me, when I write, I don't use no profanity. I don't use the N word. I don't use no B's, no H's. I typically write 100% of the time clean. Um, and that's because I want children to listen to my stuff. I want children to be able to read my stuff as well. Um, I think I have like one portrait, one piece of artwork where you have a man and a woman in the shower together, but you don't really see anything. I think that's as far as it going. Maybe with the beautiful woman with the poem going down her back, but that's as far as I go with that. I mean, I may have some some sexual things in some of my women poems, deep poems that it's just my imagination. I don't have to be with somebody to have a strong imagination. My imagination is already it's already there. So It has always been there. I think when you're a writer, you have to have. Well, I know for me, I could speak for me. I just have an imagination that takes me somewhere else. But the whole point of it is, I just want to be great. I'm not in no competition with anyone. I don't even want it. Like, even if I get to a point where I get big, I don't want nobody put me with nobody else. Let me just be great within myself. Let me be my own competition. I think we get so stuck on competition. We get stuck on egos, materialism. We get stuck on who's better than who, what woman has this, um, how much money you have. All of these things, to be honest, all of these things are irrelevant. Granted, you need money to survive, right? But just because a person has more money than another person, or a person is more advanced in certain things or more educated than someone else, doesn't make that person a better person. Doesn't guarantee that person is gonna live longer than a person as well. You really don't know, right? But what I can say is, we're here to build a legacy, right? I think each individual, whether they know it or not, are here to build legacies. Whether you're gonna build a good legacy or a bad legacy is totally upon you, right? So I definitely agree with that. But that doesn't equate to me being better than anyone. I don't look at things like that. I think for me, I like to remain humble. I like to remain grounded. Yes, we're human beings. Sometimes we get out of whack with certain things, and certain things happen in your life to kind of throw you off. It happens. But my main thing is, we need to stop this nonsense, man. And I know it's not going to stop. I know it's going to continue, but I'm going to continue speaking on this because guys like Skip Bayless, come on, man, and Stephen A, come on with this nonsense, man. You have you have your opinion, man, but stop putting these guys together, man. Let them be great, man. Let them be great. And Kevin Durant got to stop falling into the trap, because he answers these dudes every time. I'm reading the comments and I'm looking, watching them, and I'm like, man, them dudes is gonna continue to push this narrative and try to stack players against them and talk nonsense of who's better than who. It's like, man, these guys are all great. First of all, to even make it to the NBA, to make it at any form of professional sports, you automatically win. Whether you win or anything, you get to be a professional in anything, and you get to make millions of dollars. You're already a winner. It's I think the percentages are like 0.4 to get to be a professional basketball player. I don't know what the percentages are for other sports, but it's not a huge percentage. Not everyone makes it. So just you getting to the league is an accomplishment. There are really no scrubs. So when you get on here and you hear people, oh, he's a scrub, but you don't realize how hard it is to get to certain levels. And I played sports and I excelled at sports, but I never made it professionally. I don't know if I could have, if I would have pursued really well in football, because I was really good in football. I was good in basketball. I was good in boxing. But you just never know. But it's hard. Like, and these guys get on here and call this person a scrub, and It's like you calling this man a scrubber. This man is making millions of dollars. You know how hard it is to get into a professional sport. So kudos to all them guys. You have my respect. You would never hear me talk down on none of these guys. And I had to catch myself yesterday when me and my guy was going back and forth about the battle between Cassidy and Goods. And I was, but I gotta, I have to understand and stay grounded and understand that everybody's great in their own right. Whether anyone believes that you're great or some people believe that you're great, it, just the fact alone, if you make it in something, you are great. But you have to believe you are great before you even make it to wherever you're trying to go. So this narrative, man, with the media, man, they pushing this agenda with a lot of different things. And it's getting really pathetic, man. Let Kobe Bryant rest in peace. And Jordan been retired for years, man. Jordan had his time. Jordan's one of the greatest as well. But LeBron for this era, Kobe for last era, Shaq dominating. You got Duncan, you got Wade, you got all these different players, man. But they just choose to put these guys in competition every time, man. Which is funny, man. But go check these guys shows out and you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't want to put anything up on my link. I mean, not my link, but on my video, and they flagged my video. I was gonna do a little breakdown on it, but I was like, I'm starting out trying to build up my platform. It's building little by little. I know eventually it's gonna get big. So thank you for all the supporters once again. Thank you for getting one of my videos over 2,000 views. It's only been up there for a week. Another one of my videos is over 1,000 views. Over almost 600 likes. A couple of the other videos is growing as well. I'm just trying to build, man. And oh yeah, if anyone has any information about NFTs, man, I've been trying to go around to different creators to try to find out about this NFT because I want to get my art into NFTs. I want to get into it, doing my research on it. Still don't understand it fully, but if anyone watching this video, man, shoot me a comment. Let me know some information. Email me. Maybe we could wrap off here as well. This whole social media thing, man, I hate social media, but I know this is gonna get me to another level. And years ago, I had a good amount of following. I had a couple thousands of followers on Twitter. I had a good amount of Facebook and all of that stuff. I deleted all of that. Nah, I shouldn't have deleted it, but that's the mental space I was in. But now I'm trying to rebuild everything, build up this YouTube channel, man. So check my videos out, man. Subscribe, share, like it, leave comments. I have different poems that I'm putting up, trying to switch it up, be creative. I have thousands of poems, so I'm not gonna just stay in one lane. I try to do some stuff for the women. I try to do some deep thought provoking stuff as well. I try to implement different type of poems. So it's really deep, and it's give it a chance, give it a shot. Leave a comment, and like I said, subscribe and like it and share, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, another thing I wanted to touch on too was I was just watching this podcast. Man, Let me see the name of this. Hold on. I can't remember the name of this. I Let me see here. Oh, We Need to Talk podcast. Just was on there checking them out. Dude has some real dope content, and they was speaking about some real issues that's going on in our communities, and people need to check that content out. Is deep. I think I'm gonna touch on more of that type of content on my channel as well, about different things going on in our communities, the poetry, the art. I'm gonna stick to, that's my lane. you know Sometimes I touch on different things such as this, but I just really like deep, thought-provoking conversations that has substance. I don't like talking and wasting my time on nonsense that's not going to be beneficial to anything. So that's my thing. And what he was speaking on was really true. I dropped a few comments on there. He read them, and we had little dialogue back and forth. And to my comment and what he was saying is dope content. So if you want to check out a good podcast, you check that out. Really dope content, man. So I want to say, man, just keep checking out my videos, man. Get the view count up. Hit me up. As I stated before, all the information will be in the video, in the comment section, to where you can follow me. You can look at different things. If you want to reach me, you can email me at my business email as well. I appreciate all the support, even though, sometimes the support is minimal when there's people close to you. So I got really only like a couple people that's riding with me with this, and I appreciate them as well, man. Shout out to Phil, man. Phil has been riding with me. Dope producer, dope rapper. We do things every day. We speak. Um, he's kind of been keeping me up. I keep him up as well, and he's been helping me out with different things. We got some things on the way that we're working on, and I'm just basically trying to create my own lane. I'm not trying to be better than anyone. I'm just trying to get in where I fit in and create my own lane. I'm not in competition with anyone. So, I'm straying away from that. I'm building up my brand, and I'm staying in my lane, and I'm creating my own lane and doing my own thing, and it's different, and it may not be appealing to everyone because I'm not talking about B's, H's, and shooting and all of that. And I can talk about that. So that's where I come from. I've been around that type of stuff. I just chose to get away from that and really honed in my craft and honed in on accomplishing different things. And I came out of that, and I came out to be a good man and a good father and raise my kids, and I accomplished a lot with many different things. So I want to be a productive citizen in our societies. I don't want to be non-productive. I want to be productive. I want to be doing different things, and I want to create a legacy beyond just me, my family, my children, their children. I want my legacy to be good, and I'm gonna manifest all of that. Everything that I'm speaking on going forward is gonna be a manifestation of everything that I want to do. And it's beyond materialism, it's beyond sexism, and it's beyond all the different things that we got to worry about it in our society, I'm straying away from all of that. I'm straying away from negativity as well. I'm all about positive vibration. I'm all about positivity and going forward. And I'm on a new wave of forgiveness as well, forgiving a lot and praying more and leaning on God and asking God for guidance. And I'm pushing through. So I want to say, last but not least, in closing, that I thank God for everything that I have gotten, and I know things aren't where they need to be with certain things, and I've lost people and I've lost different things, but I think now I'm seeing that God wants me to stand in my purpose. And I think a lot of times we lose sight of standing in our purpose and things alter us out of our purpose. You're going to have your days where you're going to be in pain with different things. You're going to be depressed. These are things that people don't really talk about and try to hide and try to pretend like everything is always going to be perfect, when the reality is everything is not going to be perfect. So what I realize is when it's not perfect, and even when it is perfect and it's going good, whether it be going good or bad, that I must lean on God. I must pray 3 times a day. I must um be an avid reader, talk to God. And I'm learning that, and I'm getting better with that. I don't follow no particular religion, but I follow God. God is the leader, the orchestrator. So I believe firmly in God and higher power. So whoever wants to follow religion, that's on you. Whoever don't want to follow God, that's on you. I can only speak and tell you how I feel about higher power and what I believe in. So I want to thank God for everything that he has done for me, for getting me through these situations, for continuing to be with me through my journey as well. So all praises due to the Most High. And I want to thank everyone that checked out this video and all my videos. Hopefully keep my channel growing, man. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share, all that. Hit me up. You're depressed, you want to talk, hit me up. I'm here for all of that. I'm never going to be too big for anyone. That's going to be my motto. We humans before anything. So peace and love to everyone. Hope you have a great weekend. I will be dropping another video probably Saturday and Sunday. Most likely it'll be a couple of guests when we're going to have a real deep conversation about different things that's going on. There's a lot of topics that we can touch on and that we can build on. So in closing, look out for that. Peace and love, man. And remember, humbleness brings you a long way. Love brings you a long way as well. And care for one another. And peace and love to everyone. I'm True Poet. This is Missing Conversation, where the conversation is missing. And I'm out of here.